I started to study about it. Most first-time business people think that branding is so crucial to the survival of their business. So you see them, a lot of them think that photoshopping, taking pictures and photoshopping them and putting them on social media is branding, and as usual, most people believe in what they call packaging. So you see a lot of businesses focus on the impression that they create, but not the substance. And so you see them, they worry so much about what people think about their business. And so they pay a lot of attention to the terminologies, the impression, what people think about their business. And the fact is that there's no brand without honesty. There's no brand if people cannot get what you say that you offer. And so it's not, when you start a business or when your business, it's not just trying to have a very sharp image, edited images and photo shooting, and thinking that is what the business means. Because a lot of, even some businesses that have been around, when they go around to look at what the businesses do, you see that it's just the impression, it's just the packaging, but the very tenets of business, the very things that will make the business sustainable, they don't even understand it. So a lot of people are just focus on what perception and what they think people should be impressed with. I don't think that if you are first-time business or if you're starting to be your business, you should. It's important that you focus, you look at how you are perceived as a business person, but that's not the ultimate. That is not the ultimate, especially as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you want to be out. You want to just put the product. You want to put your services. You are not looking for perfection. And so most people have very good ideas, nice ideas, but they're looking for perfection. And so they look at, before they will package the profile of the business, it has to be very nice. They spend a lot of money because they think that is branding. No, branding is when people have experienced your service. The impression that they get is the branding. It's not the image that you put. The image may draw some kind of attention, but it's the service, is the interaction, is the experience that is called branding. So if you put out very nice package and when people experience you, it's shallow, that is the branding that you're doing. The shallowness is not really the image or the Photoshop that you put out there. So what stays with the customer, what the customer experiences is what they will call branding. Because when they mention the company's name, what do they say? What do they talk about? That is really the brand that you think you're building. It's not the photoshopping, it's not the website, it's not the social media presence, it's not all the jerseys or the t-shirts that your people are wearing, or it's not even the advert that you are sponsoring. It's the encounter that they have when the experience that they have when they get your services. And so you look at that. There's no brand without honesty, without delivery, without performance. So it's not just the impression, it's not the video that you are putting out there. You are trying to create some kind of awareness and some kind of attention. That is good, but if they experience it and what you put there, the standard that you put there, when they experience the business, they should have, or they should be more impressed with experiencing the business than the logo and the advert and the photos that you put out there for your clients or for the people, for your prospects to think of. So the branding is not the photoshopping. The branding is not the t-shirt that you're wearing. It's not the impressive websites. It's not even the social media. It's not those all performances that you put out there. It's really the experience that they get when they get to experience what you are doing as a business person. So instead of focusing more on those and you are thinking that you are branding, you should rather focus on performance. You should rather focus on financial management of your business, especially if your business is that small and you're trying to grow it. You should focus more on the team management, the systems management. You should focus on your sales. You should focus on constant development. You should focus on being present in where your market is. Being present in where your market is, because and making sure that what you call brand has a lot of integrity in it. A lot of people are just trying to compete with so-called big brands by creating, because now anybody at all can start a business and just have a nice website and tell you that, oh, I'm a very big business. Very good. You create that impression, but make sure that when they encounter you, your services, your product, your effectiveness, your efficiency would match that which you have created, the facade, the impression that you have created in the mind of the customer. Because you create a certain kind of service, a certain kind of standard. That is not what the customer thinks is the brand. It's when they encounter your customer service. It's when they encounter how you handle your complaints, how you handle your complaints. It's when they encounter when they have to come for some, when they have to return the product that they bought from you, or when they have to have a service, a product reservice, or you offered warranty. Did you go by it? Those things are what create what they call brand in people's head. It's not the image. It's not the image. It's how well packaged. You create a certain impression for people, and you think that people are just going to buy it. No, the T-shirt, the paste, the posters that you print, all those things that you are throwing out, they just tell people that you are in existence. Now, the real brand is what you do when they come. It's what you do when they come to buy that thing from you, when they come to experience what you say that you experience. That is the real brand. So you say that you let's say you print cards for people. So you have created impressive website, you have created a lot of business cards. But when they called you, how did you answer the phone? And when they gave you the first offer, how did you handle the business? You charged them 1,000 cedis. They gave you 500, go and bring it. You told them that you do it in the next 3 days. The 3 days comes, they call you, or the 3 days come, they call you, you're not picking. You're giving excuses, you're saying that there was light off, there was this, there was that. That is the brand. That is the brand right there. But when you had that offer and they said that they will charge you 1,000 cedis, and you took that half payment, you gave them 3 cedis, and you went there by this first day, you had delivered the product. That is the kind of brand that you want to build. When somebody mentions your KK and Co media, they are very good. They would. So they will deliver on time. They go by their word. They perform. They are organized. They are very good with their money. Their systems work well. The management is good. They have good impression. Those are the things that they call brand. So the young people who grew up with internet and social media and WhatsApp, they think that once they do something on their computer and put it there, that is a brand. That is not a brand. That is just an image impression that you are creating. It will be in people's mind. It's not entirely wrong, but when you have created that taste, when you have created that standard, make sure that you are able to build when they come physically. The experiences, the services that the product that you say that you give them. Make sure that you exceed that which you even put on your page or on your flyer. So the branding is not the logo, it's not the website, it's not the t-shirts that you're wearing making noise, and it's not even being on TV or being on radio and talking. It is what the customer perception when they experience the services or the product that you say you offer, the perception that you created, the impression, the quality of service that you gave, that is really the brand, because that is what is sustainable. If they come to you and they cannot get what you profess to give, they will not come again. And so the solidness of the brand is when they come and they reorder, they come for another experience, and customers will test you. They will go to another place, they will go here, they will tell people, they say that, oh, this guy is good, this guy is good, this guy is good. And if you're able to send the same message, the same experience, the same service, the same standard across board, then you are building what you may call brand. So people who did marketing and those kind of courses, they're very much attracted to terminologies like that, brand and marketing, marketing plan, those things. They are good, but it's really the performance, because somebody may not be aware of brand and all those, but they may be doing fantastically in terms of branding, Because when you experience them, they are on time, they are good with their money, their systems are there. They can, if there is a complaint, they take it up. If there's something that they have to handle, they are there. They are not trying to screw you with your money. They are not trying to lie to you. They are honest with their dealings. Those things, even if they don't know anything called branding, and they do those, that is really the branding. And so whatever business that you're doing, whether you are into, maybe you are selling fried rice, or maybe you are into photo shooting, maybe you are into video, maybe you have a shop, maybe you are you're a computer programmer. What is it that you are? You repair computers. Whatever that you think that you are building, if it's going to be business, at a point you will build a brand. But really, the brand is not the image that you are trying to put out there. Packaging is good, but when you do a good packaging, the content should be there, so that when they open the box is well dressed, or when they open the box, they will not be disappointed when they open it. So you put something there, you say that this box contains this, very nice, well dressed, but when they open it, there was nothing in it. They will be disappointed. They will not even be impressed with what is the package. And so my name is Obin Darko. I'm talking about branding. So branding is not the photoshopping, is not what you're doing on social media, even though they are good, they are nice, but it's really when they get into contact with you, when they give you business, or when they come to buy something from you. What they experience is really the branding. You see? So a lot of people focus on so much, they focus on that, and they think that big businesses are just branding. That's why a lot of big businesses, when they get to a point, they start to waste so much money on marketing and a lot of things, and the next time you hear it, it is gone, because they want to create that falsehood in the mind of the customer, because a lot of people believe that. Once you are creating that, make sure that you have the basis right, the foundations right, and the foundations have got to do with the experiences that the customer gets when they come to do business with you. And branding is no branding at all. The brand is no brand when there is no honesty in what you promise. So you promise them something and you give them different thing. It creates a bad thing in the image of your client, of your customer. So the branding is not the features, it's not the t-shirt, it's not the website, it's not the social media thing. It's just a little bit of it. The essence of the brand is what the customer experiences with you, and the essence of brand is sustainability, and sustainability is in performance, is in how you manage the finances of the business, how you manage yourself, how your client or your team talks, how you manage your team, how you manage the systems that you have, the sales, if you're focusing on the sales, getting the revenues in and giving good service, focusing on your target market, and making sure that people note you as somebody who is straightforward and who will not cut corners and cheat. Those are the things that I think is what builds a brand that is sustainable. Trying to get all those unnecessary things, if you're not able to handle them, if you're not able to handle with some kind of what you promise your client, it will be dangerous for you. And so don't waste a lot of time trying to think that all that. So you see some boys, they are in suit and tie. It creates sense so thank you very much for watching. The network is not good, so struggling with the network, but thank you very much for watching. So it's branding, so make sure that the brand is the integrity, is the honesty that you say. That goes with what you have promised your client, so the basis, the things that you're doing rightly will push the brand. It's not you rushing to be on radio and rushing to be everywhere, trying to tell people that you are there. When they test you, when they test